The Fed just held rates steady. Gold and silver are rising like crazy. I don't know what to tell you other than the fact that everything that you need to know should be included in your trading plan. If you have a trading plan, now here's a couple of cool spots, right? If you Google up CME FedWatch, you're going to come to this tool right here. This is, so I am a finance bro. I did do consulting with financial institutions for 12 years. Thank you very much. This is one of the tools that we would look at. What is the likelihood of the Fed raising rates or not, right? Raising rates, decreasing rates, etc. Right. So across the top here, you can see every expiration, not expiration. It's like expiration on a options chain, isn't it? But it's every meeting date. So this one just ended. Today's January 28th. And as of right now, because he's already made the announcement, it's basically 100% chance that they're going to hold rates steady. I checked this about a couple hours ago. It was 97%. But what about 6 months from now? What about in July? All right, let's go out to July. Now, July is a different story. So it says current rates between 350 and 375. Down here, look for the 350, 375. That says there's a 20% chance that rates hold steady by July 29th. However, think of the opposite of that. Basically a 73, 72% probability that it's not going to be that. So this is a really useful tool. Again, it's free. You Google up CME FedWatch, you're going to have access to it right away. This is a really, really sick tool. Now, a couple of the main takeaways today. The Fed met and held interest rates steady. The Fed signaled it will go meeting by meeting in 2026 to determine the policy path after the Fed cut interest rates in the previous 3 meetings. Let's see. Let's keep going here. The Supreme Court heard oral arguments in the case over President Trump's attempt to remove Fed Governor Lisa Cook. And Wednesday's announcement marked the first since the Justice Department's criminal investigation into Jerome Powell, right? There is a lot of politics going on these days. Powell on Fed independence. We've not lost independence. Powell says Lisa Cook is perhaps the most important legal case in the Fed's 113-year history. Powell says there was broad support for holding rates steady, that it won't expand on or repeat it after the Department of Justice probe. Lisa Cook Supreme Court case, perhaps the most important legal case in the Fed's history. So there's a lot going on today. But all you got to know for the day is that interest rates are being held steady. Now, why does that matter? In theory, right? The accepted where is it at? Why is that not showing? The Fed Bank of New York. Why is that not showing on my charts? If I zoom out, will it be there? I've done this once before and it worked. Hang on. Let me EFFR. Let me see if I can add it to the charts again. EFFR. Effective federal funds rate. Yeah. There we go. Switch to daily. Oh, because I was on the 5-minute chart. That's why. Let me go back over here. And then I put EFFR back on. There it is. Now we want to combine that with the daily on the SPY. Sorry, professional YouTuber at work here. EFFR, where did it go? There it is. Okay. Then we go to the daily chart. Okay, I was on the 5-minute chart to see the reactions to the Fed, which is not much going on. So where I was going with that is that the traditional belief is that if rates are rising, then the market will fall. Yeah, totally is a thing. Yep, 100%. Every time they raise rates, markets fall. Huh. But if they cut rates, the markets rise. Oh, okay. Maybe that's not the case. Maybe that's not the case. Here's a decent example. As they cut rates, markets fell. So what I'm trying to get at here is if you want to build this into your trading plan, by all means, go for it. But don't rely on correlations to always play out. Don't rely on those correlations to always play out because that's not happening today. And if they hold rates steady, that means the market goes sideways, right? The market goes sideways, right? Well, the market actually is sideways today. It's changed by literally 3 basis points. So the market is sideways on the day today, but not our portfolios, at all. Let's do this. Let's shift into the invitation only trading room because we got a lot to do today. Now, this is where we help you save time, make money, and wait a minute. The invitation only live stream for the US Investing Championship. right? This helps you save time, make money, start winning with less risk. So go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already. Now, we're looking at plans M, ETF, and sit and cash. These are our 3 plans that we trade for the year. And if you want normal returns, this is not the place for you, okay? But if you want outlier returns, now we're talking. Let's actually pull up the portfolio right now. Stream Deck button, baby. Oh, it's on my other screen. Dang it. There we go. As of this morning, mark to market was 56.8% for myself for the year. Now, this exact spreadsheet, linked down below. My exact trading plan, let's see if this works. There we go. My exact trading plan, this document, linked down below. There's no paywall, there's nothing. You click the link, you see it right now. And in fact, there are 21 lurkers in here and 27 lurkers over here. So people are in it right now, actively watching as we place these trades. Now, every single trade that I've taken this year has been on YouTube. So we're in plan M, we're in plan ETF right now. We got out of plan sit and cash and don't F up yesterday. Now, the most important part of the plan is planning on the plan, not going to plan. So we need to review our active trade exit signals. So let's start with plan ETF first. Plan ETF is where we rest our cash when we don't have new setups. And so we're going to look at the SPY for this right now. This is where we rest our cash when we don't have new aggressive setups. So in order to look for an exit signal, because we're not looking for entry signals just yet, a SPY having a sell signal. So if we go on to Outlier, we can see the SPY has a buy signal that just came through yesterday. So we're good there. A 30-day order block being hit on SPY. Now you can make your charts look exactly the same as mine by going to FAQ and member contribution. I love the Stream Deck so much. I'm getting better at it every day. It's a pro tip. That's right. It is a pro tip. Go to the FAQ and member contributions, and you will see down here in the trading view section all the indicators to make your charts look identical to mine. No excuse. So we don't have a 30-day old order block. We have a 15-day old order block, so we can ignore it. Next, the 10-20 bearish cross. So the 10 and 20 are right here. They're not cross bearish. They're actually cross bullish. We'll keep it up. Where's Joe? Joe's a no-show. Joe's a no-show, my friend. Joe's a no-show. And then the SPY closing 3 ATRs above the 20 EMA. So we can add in the value zone. Again, one of those free indicators. So when it closes way, way, way up here, that's an exit signal. We don't have that today. So we don't have any reason to get out of the plan ETF plan. How about plan M? How about plan M? So let's take a look. We have 4 options trades right now in plan M. And we need to look at KGC. The 10 still over the 20. No outlier blocks in our way. We're good. PPTA crashing 2% today, down to levels not seen since yesterday. Okay, relax. The PPTA is a very volatile stock, and because of that, we have sized down. Because of that, we've sized down. NEM on a run. Goodness gravy. I do want to see if we can roll NEM and KGC today, but no reason to exit. And then OR again continues to print money. So everything looks gorgeous in our account. What I want to do right now is I want to transition and try to roll KGC. I don't know if we can. I need to roll it before the end of the week. So I'm trying to do it every day. I do think we can roll NEM. And I got to tell you. So let's go take a look at KGC and NEM, see if we can roll those. Let's mark to market these trades on here. And dude, that's the whole point, Fat Daddy. You can get your skinny wife to give you some kisses on your little eyelids right there because I meant to blind you. The bling is there. You ain't a real millionaire unless you dress like that. I heard a very intellectual guy tell us that. If you ain't a real millionaire unless you dress like that. All right, let's go. First, KGC. I really want to roll this one. It expires at the end of the week. My rule is all the way over here somewhere. Find the slide. Here. No, here. 1 week before expiration. Am I already profitable in the trade? Yeah, I am. Can I roll out for a credit? That's what I'm trying to do. If not, I have to close it by the end of the week. Why? Let's go into the KGC options chain and we'll talk about why. So KGC, here, we're on the Feb 6th. So this is our position right here. In this account that was $50,000, it's only $76,000 now. Looking at this, if for some reason KGC turns around and in the last couple days, this option, the 35 strike, goes out of the money, that is a huge problem for me. I'm not going to let that happen. So I need to roll it before the end of the week. Okay. Before the end of the week. So I'm trying to do it right now. Trying to roll from the 35s on Feb 6 out to the 36 on Feb 20. Now, I put an order in this morning to do exactly that at a 50-cent credit. Can't do it yet. It's still sitting at 0. So what I want to do is I want to see if I can put it for a nickel. Give me a nickel, 0.05. If I can get a nickel on this roll, that's all I want. Because then I'm taking in a credit. So I'm going to let that sit. It's at 0 right now. So basically flat. I would love to take that and move it on up. That way I can keep the trade on. But we'll have to see. If it doesn't get filled today, that's okay. We'll try again tomorrow. Let's go to the next one that I wanted to roll, which was NEM. And NEM on a huge run today. If KGC had a huge run today, it'd be a lot easier to make that roll, but it's not. So let's go look at NEM. This one looks exceptionally rollable. NEM, let's go to the options grid here. Let's go NEM. And looking at NEM, you can see I've only got 5 on this account, and I want to roll from the 115s to the 120s. Earlier today, I went and I put an order in for to roll it at $4. It has not been filled yet. Mid price is $3.72. You know what? I think I'll take it. So my other screen, I'm going to do that in my family accounts. Then we'll do it right here real quick. And I'm going to put that in at 370. I'll put it in at 370. Okay, that's rolled. I got, 377 on that fill. Hold tight. Hold tight. So NEM1 is rolled. NEM2 is rolled. Okay, so those are my family accounts. Let's go over here. Mid price 375. Let's roll that there. And we are filled at 377. So I'm going to go into my portfolio manager. Remember, this exact file is linked down below on every video for 2026. I'm going to go to NEM. And I'm going to put in that I just rolled it for $3.77. But it's worth more than that right now, right? It has to be worth more than that right now. Of course it does, because we now own, we sold off the 115s and now we own the 120s. So if we go over here and we can go to NEM, 120s are now worth $14.68. So we add in the $14.68 because it's still worth that, which means I'm up only 147% on this trade. I'm only up 147% on this trade, which you've got to watch every single bit of it on YouTube. So pretty sick on there. Let me go into Discord. Let's go to the USIC OVTLYR trading room. Joe isn't here to help me out. Freaking no show, Joe. Let's do this. 128, 26. Come on, type. Rolled NEM. What was it? I love being able to like show everything now. This makes life so much easier. Orders. We rolled the 115s to the 120s for a credit of 377. To 120, same expiration for 3.77 credit. Now, let's talk about why we did that. We rolled, by doing so, I have rolled it once, twice, 3 times, 150 plus 369 plus 377. Okay. So I've taken in $896 in credit on the trade per contract. Now I paid $955. Ooh, wait a minute. $955. That's how much risk I have left in the trade is $59, right? In theory, I can still lose $59 per contract, but you divide that by what I originally paid for it. $955 means I've taken out, oh crap, I did that backwards. Plus one. I've taken out 93.8% of the risk of the trade. I have taken out 93.8% of the risk in the trade. I'm still up 150%. But I have almost no risk in the trade whatsoever. So even if NEM goes to 0, which we can simulate that right here, plus 0, I'll be out a 6% itty bitty baby loss versus 140% amazing gain. That is why we roll. Okay. That is why we roll. That is the greatest ninja hack you will ever come across. So NEM is rolled. And let's take another look at KGC. Maybe it's going to cooperate. 5 cent. Now it's at 5 cent debit versus 5 cent credit. And if we can't roll it today, that's fine. We're going to continue to try to roll it every day until Friday. If on Friday I can't roll it, I just got to close it because that's part of my rules because I don't want the gamma risk coming against me. So without wasting any more time, let's go through, let's mark to market where we are at this very moment. And it honestly may go down. I don't know. Let's mark it up real quick. Let's mark it up real quick. So looking at this on the left-hand side, KGC's value, go to portfolio, is 333. So the current value is 333. PPTA, current value is 530. So we'll come up here, 530. Okay. NEM, we can just update it real quick, 1478. So that one's up a little tiny bit since we got in just a moment ago. OR is at 810. And we are in SPXL. SPXL's current price is 232.18. 232.18. So come over here, 232.18. Okay, cool. So this gets me to year-to-date returns of, oh, golly, I can't believe this. I'm only up 53% for the year so far. I don't know how I'm going to be able to feed my family. I just don't know how I'm going to make it. I don't know how I'm going to do this. So beautiful. It's so beautiful. What is this rolling magic? It's so good to be a ninja. I totally agree. So that's going to wrap it for today, right? Interest rates are holding steady. That's fine. Gold and silver are rocketing higher. Silver's up 8% today. That's bonkers. Gold's up almost 5% right now. That's crazy. Most of our Plan M trades are miners related, which is why they've been performing so well, which is why I had to get myself a little money bag, a little Scrooge McDuck money bag. I'm going to add that to the Chris James file here after this. But you know what? We do this on a daily basis, and it's up to you. If you are cool with how things went in 2025, 24, 23 with your portfolio, by all means, continue doing what you're doing. But if you're ready to save time, make money, and start winning with less risk, we're ready to help you out by clicking one of these two videos. Have a fantastic day. We'll talk soon.